A vast majority of businesses spend so much money on social media ads. On average, they spend 20 to 25 hours every single week on responding to customer messages, booking their demos, booking their orders, responding to inquiries, and qualifying leads. In this video, we're going to build an AI agent that is going to do all of that at a fraction of the cost without taking a break. This specific agent is limited to the real estate industry and property viewings, but it can easily be expanded to other industries like e-commerce, professional services, and service businesses. So yeah, let's go and see the demo. So this is the Meta Ads library, and it has more than 50,000 ads in the real estate space related to housing. And you see, like, we've got listings of all sorts, shapes and sizes, like 2-bed, 2-bath, up to 5-bed, 4-bath, and whatnot. Like this is a $5.5 million house, right? And all of these ads normally either take you to the exact listing or take you to the realtor's WhatsApp or kind of their messaging service. And now I'm going to show you what happens on the user side when they click on any of these ads and it takes them to their WhatsApp, opens up a new chat window, and they start chatting. All right, so at this point, I'm inside the WhatsApp chat window and I've come to this from clicking the Meta ad. And now let's see what it can do for me. So let's say, okay, I am looking for a home with at least 4 bedrooms. All right, so it has given me a few options, 3 options actually. One with 4 bedrooms, the second one with 4 bedrooms, and the third one with 5 bedrooms. I see that the third one, so these are the options. And it also says, could you let me know your budget range when you'd like to purchase a home? This will help me ensure that these options work for you. So we've got 700K, 850, 950K. So yeah, so I'll just tell it that my budget is, let's make it 900K, right? 0.9 mil. At this point, it is qualifying my budget and looking at the options, and it'll probably try to narrow these down in the next message. I see you've mentioned your budget again. Are you planning to purchasing in the next 6 months? Let me know which property you'd like to view and we can schedule something that works for you. Okay, all of these fall within my budget range. So I'll probably, look at this one, right? So let's just try and get it to narrow these down. I like the one with the large garden. Okay, great choice. Price at $950. Would you like to schedule a viewing? The available slots are these. I can say, okay, I can make Monday, but at 6 p.m. Okay, the available slots are these, and unfortunately not available. Could you possibly make it earlier? So now it's prompting me to either use another day or just adjust my time. So I say, okay, I'll take the last slot on Monday at 4:30 p.m. And at this point, it has successfully scheduled my booking. And if I need any questions, I can just reach out to it again. Right. So it has taken me through a process of listing down the properties that might be of interest to me. It has helped me narrow those down based on their features, and it has helped me book a viewing as well. Something which a human realtor would need a lot of time to do, and would also need a lot of mental bandwidth to do, and like remember the user's concerns and their requirements and whatnot. And I can indefinitely talk to this, right? So for example, I can say like, do you have any options with a pool? Just like I would ask a human realtor, right? So it'll go ahead, search the properties database and find the one with the pool and give me that option. And then I can also schedule a viewing for that as well. Check the budget, check the features and whatnot, right? So it has like 2 of these, right? It has a suburban oasis, and then it has it has a rooftop. This Skyline penthouse has a rooftop pool, so I can select whichever I want. And it says like, it seems like the options are a bit over your budget. Would you like to adjust your budget or consider properties without pools? So it has the context of all of my conversation. It knows my needs, and and basically it can just talk to me indefinitely. Now I'm going to show you what it is feeding off of, like what does its database look like, and where are we actually saving the viewing data as well. Okay, so we just saw that it was giving us a lot of recommendations based on my preferences. And this is basically the database that it is using. It is a simple Google sheet that you can use. It has a property name, address, price, features, availability, viewing slots, neighborhood, and condition as well. And you can virtually replace it with anything for that matter, right? So it could be probably your e-commerce store or your, I don't know, furniture shop, or your furniture inventory of your shop, and you could connect that with the same agent, and it can just feed off of this information and have the user decide what they're looking for. To extend this, we can also add Google Maps links, add Google Maps integrations for things in the vicinity, and eventually also images of these properties as well. So this is the data that it was using to inform our decision. And this is the viewings data for all of these properties. So you see, this is what we were discussing. So yeah, Countryside Retreat, Monday at 4:30 p.m. User is looking for a home with at least 4 bedrooms and prefers a large garden property. So it picked that from my information. It picked my name and my phone number from my WhatsApp messages. Yeah, and this is how it has qualified me and set up my booking. And now I'll just be in touch with these guys and hopefully, buy a good house. So now that we've seen what this agent can do and how it is connected to all of these things, let me show you what's happening behind the scenes. So you've got this very simple agent. It took me roughly 45 minutes to build this. And it does very simple things. It has a WhatsApp trigger, which receives WhatsApp messages, parses the message, identifies the user, and records their phone number. Number 2, it has an AI agent with 2 tools. It has a get property information tool and a book a viewing for a property tool. Things that we've discussed it has, like, both of these tools are based on Google Sheets, and we've discussed these in our previous videos as well. Like Google Sheets, it can be a very good basic database for building these proof of concepts. And also, as always, we have a chat model associated with it, which is OpenAI chat model, window buffer memory to make sure that it knows who it is conversing with, and it has a chat history, the get property information tool, the book a viewing tool, and then finally it has a response node. So whenever the AI agent is done with its thing, it can go ahead and respond to the user. If you've been watching my previous videos, this will be a relatively simpler tool for you, and you should be able to easily follow through. And now let's dive deep into how we can do this. All right, so number 1, we've got the WhatsApp trigger. Very important node. You cannot receive WhatsApp messages without this. And like the process of integrating WhatsApp messages into n8n is super simple, but taxing. So if you go to the docs, you'll see that they've given us a whole guide on what the trigger node can do. With WhatsApp trigger node, you need to actually jump through a few hoops on the Meta app creator. Go there, create your WhatsApp based business, and then you need to connect your number and add test numbers and whatnot. So all of that is written in the documentation. I think the documentation, let me just quickly pull it up. So n8n WhatsApp trigger, right? This is the trigger node documentation, and this is where you'll go to configure this WhatsApp account, right? So you click here, and it'll take you to these credentials screen where you can open these docs, and it'll give you a whole guide on how you can, on all of the things that you need to do with Meta to create an app, create an access token, get a business account ID, and whatnot. So coming back, once you've set up the credentials, you can just click on trigger on messages. You can have quite a few hooks over here, but I've just asked it to trigger on messages, and that's it. because I only need to receive the messages. And then I've wired it with the AI agent. Once you wire it to the AI agent, you will of course have the WhatsApp trigger on the left, and then you just like in most of our previous videos, we've made it a tools agent. We needed just two tools, one of them to get the property information and one of them to book a viewing. So we've made it a tools agent, and the prompt is pretty simple. We are defining it below. We want the agent to be aware of who it is talking with, the person's name. We don't want the agent to ask the user their name and ask them their phone number, because WhatsApp already provides it to us. You'll see on the left, this is what we get from WhatsApp whenever we get a message. For example, we got a hi message, we get the user's profile name and their WhatsApp ID, which is their phone number as well. So if you already have these, we shouldn't need to ask it from the user. And then in the text, we've written like full name. We've just dragged and dropped it from here. So yeah, you can just do this and you get the name. Same with the WhatsApp ID, drag and drop it from here and here, and the user's message. This is the user's message. And then we've got a system prompt, which basically guides the agent on what to do. So yeah, quickly, let me go take you through this. You're an expert real estate agent who's responding to new leads in social media marketing campaign. Your job is to talk to the user and guide him through a 3-step process. Answer their queries, qualify the lead, and book a viewing of the user. The eventual goal of the agent is to take the user through this flow rather than just answering their questions randomly. And this is what it uses to guide its next messages. And I've also written some instructions like, if the budget is within 20% of the listed price, then you can do this. If the user is looking to buy within the next 6 months, then they are a qualified lead. And make sure that the viewing time of the property and the user align. If the user is asking for a time other, mention time, suggest them alternative options. Then there's a final prompt, in which we're asking the LLM to talk like a human and not explain what they're thinking, right? So with ChatGPT, you'll notice that it really explains to you why it converged on a specific answer or a specific message. So we don't want it to do that. We just want it to respond to the user like a human would. And we wanted to use very simple language, which is understandable by an 8th grader. So yeah, this is the AI agent. It's kind of like the tool orchestrator. And these are its guidelines, which it has pretty decently followed. We've talked about the window buffer memory already. So it has like, you can basically just define the session ID below. And you want it to store IDs against every WhatsApp ID. So you'll see we've got the user's WhatsApp ID. So if we keep the key as the user's WhatsApp ID, it will keep storing messages against the user's phone number. The context window length should be roughly 10 messages. And so that it remembers our last 10 messages whenever we're doing a conversation. It has the awareness of all of that. And finally, our tools, right? We've used Google Sheets tools earlier as well. So it's pretty simple. If you've been watching my previous videos, it'll be pretty simple for you. If not, let me quickly walk you through this. So we created a tool which is connected to our Google Sheets account. We set the description manually, and it says, read the property information and use that to qualify the user and look for viewing times. So we can add more information in this as well. For example, we could give it instructions like, whenever asked for a property's information, make sure you try to tailor the content of the property's information based on the user's preferences, or maybe like in the specific, like maybe order the property features in the order that the user would prefer them. And this is our sheet that we were using earlier, the property data sheet. Let me zoom it out. Yeah. So yeah, these are all the features. So what it does is it fetches all of these rows and then just does a simple filter on top of those from the LLM. If we had a sheet which had maybe 100,000 rows, we would use a RAG-based architecture to filter those, or maybe column-based filters to filter those. But right now, we probably don't need to do that because it's very little data and the LLM can just process it in context. And the operation we need over here is to get rows. The document is real estate agent property listing. This is the document that we're talking about. And the sheet is the property data. So we've got two sheets, viewing data and property data. So we'll just be using the property data. And yeah, nothing else. So this is one tool. Every time the AI talks to this, it'll just come back with the property data and then ask the AI agent to filter them if needed. The second one is booking a viewing. And this is fundamentally different from the previous one because in this one, we're appending rows. So rather than getting the information from the sheet, we are adding information to the sheet. So the chat that I did at the start of this recording was basically had this booking. So basically had this viewing. So yeah, so we've used append rows from the document, the same document, but we've changed the sheet over here. And in the mapping column, we could have left it to the AI, but it sometimes makes mistakes in doing that. So we've just mapped these manually. In the previous videos, we've talked about why we use the dollar from AI expression. And this is to tell it what we're expecting in this specific column. So the property name column, we're expecting the property name. The viewing slot, we're expecting the viewing slot. The user's needs, the full name and the phone number. So the AI knows what it needs to input in all of these columns. You will notice that these columns exactly match this specific sheet. So everything is exactly matching these. And the AI is using the whole context of the chat to fill this user's need specific column. At least 4 bedrooms and a large garden property. Pretty decent. Yeah, so this is the second tool. And these both tools work in tandem to inform the user's decisions and book their viewing. If I were to go ahead and look at that property with a swimming pool and then book a viewing for that would eventually book another row in the viewing database. And finally, we've got a WhatsApp Business Cloud send message resource, which basically just responds to the user, whatever it gets from the agent. So you'll see the AI agent is here. JSON and AI agent, right? So whatever it gets from the AI agent. So in the last message, whatever it sent me, whatever the output is from the AI agent, it sends it to the WhatsApp number that the message came from. So we've used the WhatsApp trigger. So this is the message that I got from the WhatsApp trigger, right? And the WhatsApp ID is basically, the phone number that I was getting from the previous, from the initial message. I've just dragged and dropped this over here, just like we were doing earlier, and just added a plus to this so that it becomes a complete phone number. This is the recipient's phone number. And this is the message. I just want it to be a text. I don't want it to be an image, location, or audio and everything or anything else. So it is text. And I want whatever comes from the AI agent as output to be sent to the user. And this basically completes the loop of this AI agent. So any message that comes in, let me just quickly open the previous executions, right? So let's say, yeah, let's just open this message, right? In this one, we got this message from the user. And yeah, the message was, okay, I'll take the last slot on Monday by 4:30 p.m., right? This is what came in. It went to the AI agent and the AI agent got, this information. Okay, I'll take the last slot on Monday, 4:30 p.m. The tools did their own thing. So this tool responded with the property name, countryside retreat. Viewing slot was 4:30 p.m. User is looking for these things. The full name is this and the phone number is this, right? So, and it booked a viewing over here and responded to the user in this node. The output from the AI agent was the message that we exactly got on our phone. This is the number that we got. And this is how we mapped the output of the AI agent to the WhatsApp node. And it helped us send this message back to the user. So yeah, this is how you can build an AI agent that can help you with a purchasing decision, help qualify your lead, and convert the user or just add them to a database. And with this, you can you can literally go ahead and replace this sheet with anything virtually. You could replace it with any kind of inventory, any kind of service listing, maybe your software development packages, maybe your productized services or whatnot. Add their columns. The LLM, the AI agent would know everything against your services. Give it the instructions on how to convert, what to specifically look for, how to qualify, and then give it this sheet for booking these viewings or booking these meetings with you. Historically, we've booked meetings on Google Calendar as well. So theoretically, that should also be possible if you want to do this. And this is how you can do it in roughly an hour. So yeah, let me know what you think about this agent. I feel like this could be super useful for any business virtually who's running social ads or Google ads. And this can be leveraged in multiple businesses. Let me know how you feel about this, and let me know if you have any feedback at all. Also in the comments, I'd love if you could tell me what kind of idea or agent do you want me to build next. And thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.